Hello and thanks for joining today. My name's John Robertson, and in case you're new to the channel, I'm a wildlife and landscape photographer. Currently I'm in Denali, Alaska, running photography tours, and I just picked up a new lens from Stewart's Photography in Anchorage, Alaska. It's the Sigma 300 to 600, and it's replacing my Sony 200 to 600. I shot a couple shots with it the other day, but I'm out today to try to give it a little bit better trial run. And I'm at a lake that I was, my most recent video was at, where I was photographing the grebes and a kingfisher, if I recall. And I'm hoping to find the grebes again and see if I can photograph those and test out this Sigma. So it's not going to be a detailed review. I know there's already plenty of YouTubers that have done a really nice job of reviewing the specs and so forth. But I just want to provide some images and some video and give a few of my own impressions of what it's like to use it. As you see, I've got it mounted on a fluid head right now. This is a heavy lens. That's one of the things that I think's been clearly stated in the more detailed reviews. And anybody that reads the specs will realize that. So I'm going to use it supported today. I may do a little hand holding, but first my intent was to use it mainly as a supported lens. So I'll try it with Monopod, and I'll try it with this fluid head, and I've also got my traditional Acrotac head that I use for my landscape photography on a tripod as well. So I'll give it that use. I'll also get low to the ground and skim across the water. Hopefully once the grebes show up. I saw a couple out there earlier, so we can see what this lens can do and what its limitations are in a single day of use. So again, thanks for joining. Hopefully you can like and subscribe, and feel free to comment below, ask any questions about my use of the lens so far, and anything else from my videos while I'm here in Alaska. Thanks again. See you soon. Down a little bit lower now, about a foot off the ground, still on the tripod and the video head. Definitely it's cumbersome to move around and resituate for the different shots I'm getting. Also did a little bit of manual focus with it, autofocus and manual focus, and both seem to work well. Of course, I'll have to take a look at the images when I get home, or get back to my cabin anyway. Using spot focus. Having a little bit of difficulty grabbing hold of this otter. Of course, he's in the water. It's not completely smooth. The ducks, I didn't have any problem grabbing focus on it. I think a couple of the shots were a little soft. So I'll look at that a little bit more when I get the files downloaded. All in all, it seems to be handling well. Like the focus, autofocus, manual focus, all seem to be fine on it. So here's another feature I found that I like on this. On the lens collar, it's got a click on or off. And in the on position, you got indentations or indents every 90 degrees as you rotate your lens. And in the off position, the indents aren't there, it just free rotates. So I kind of like it in the on position, in case I'm taking a landscape orientation photo. So I've got that bufflehead out there right now. And I can quickly rotate at 90 degrees and get that indentation. So it's kind of handy. I like that. So one thing I had mentioned yesterday is the click on-off switch for the lens foot. And I'm finding that while I'm on the monopod, turning it to off and then being able to freely rotate the lens makes more sense and feels more natural, at least on the monopod versus on the tripod and on the fluid head. So wind's pretty tough this morning, so I think I'm going to pack it up, go back and look at my images, see what I think of them. I would say so far using the Sigma 300 to 600 has been what I had hoped it had been. It's definitely has the con of being a little heavy, a little unwieldy. I think with time that'll get easier. Definitely supported on the tripod or on the monopod, makes it much easier to use. And all in all, I'd say it's worked very well. I had no problems that I saw with focus. Both autofocus and using manual focus seemed to work well. Again, I'll look at my images to see if it missed more focuses than I thought. And I did use the OS, at least on the OS 1. I didn't really use OS 2 a lot. As I said, I didn't do a lot of panning shots with birds in flight. I haven't set up any of the custom buttons on it yet, so no comment on that. But again, focus was easy, zoom was easy, all seems to work right. We'll just, to be repetitive, look at the images and see what we think when we get back to the cabin. Well, I'm back in my cabin now, and I've had a chance to look at the images and the video, and let me share you my thoughts on it. Of course, the most important aspect of a lens is its image quality. So let's take a look at a few of the initial samples of the video and photos. And these are all taken with the Sony A1 and the Sigma 300 to 600. Some images are heavily cropped, as you'll see, and I'll show you the unedited raw photo followed by the edited version. The lens had fast autofocus in these conditions. Manual focus worked great as well. As mentioned previously, I did have a few soft images that I saw in the back of the camera, though not many, and I would consider it on par with my Sony 200 and 600, where it looked like I missed focus on the subject and instead locked onto the water. I've changed my focus sensitivity settings. With that said, I'm very happy with the results. Even though the birds aren't as close as I would have liked or as close as they were the other day, the images are all sharp and in focus. I don't see any issues with the image quality of this lens. The tripod collar is a nice design with the detents being selectable as on or off. And the only downside that I can consider after just a day of use is the weight and the cost. Both are trade-offs that are acceptable to me. Here are a couple images of the mountains for reference on the zoom. The first photo was taken with the Sigma 24-70 at 24mm. Then you can see the 300mm and finally the 600mm using the Sigma 300 to 600. Well, there you have it. Obviously, you can tell I'm happy with the lens. Glad I purchased it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you could, please like and subscribe to help me out on the channel. And comment below with any questions you have or any other coverage that you would like to see. Enjoy your day and hope you get a chance to get outside.